Good morning. How are you? How are we all? Now, before we start, I can see a lot of nonsense being spoken in YouTube chat before I went live. Honestly. You guys need to zip it. Zip it. I'm putting you on final notice. Any more of this rubbish, and I'm deleting the channel. And I'm going to become a get ready with me influencer on TikTok, and that'll be it. That'll be my future. All because of you. Anyway, welcome to Cork. Plan for today is we are heading down to Nantes, and it looks like we're not going to get the RNAV into Nantes, which is a bit of a shame because you kind of come in over the city and turn. It's really fun. We're looking like ILS conditions today, 03 into Nantes, so that's fine. And then after that, we're going to head back to Stanley. Morning, Jim. Yeah, see, Jim's behaving himself over in Twitch chat. Nothing but politeness, respect, courtesy. And in YouTube, my word. My word. I'd be a rubbish get ready with me influencer, wouldn't I? I'd just be like, put on a t-shirt and be like, well, I'm ready then. End video. Do I need to do anything? I think I do need to do something with my throttles, don't I? I need to put them into my little iFly profile. Tolus, PMDG, INI, iFly. There we go. There we go. I appreciate you, Jim. If anyone wants to learn how to behave in a stream, pop over to Twitch. Have a chat with Jim. Yeah, so for those of you that haven't figured out already, we're in a Ryanair livery today. We're doing some Ryanair ops. And let's fancy the change, really. It is interesting. Like, obviously, the channel is called Airnaut. The virtual airline is called Airnaut. Kind of a bit of an ego trip, really, when you think about it. But these sort of videos, when we do, yeah, like Ryanair, EasyJet, whatever ops, they tend to do quite well. People like them. So I like to switch it up every now and then. Sometimes people get, like, a bit weird, being like, why are you, you know, why aren't you flying as Airnaut? It's like, well, change it up a bit. Have a change. Why not? We're also being a bit sneaky. We are kind of masquerading as Airnaut because, yes, we're in a Ryanair livery. Yes, we're using a Ryanair call sign on VATSIM, but actually we're clocking up the hours for Airnaut in the background on New Sky. So, by hook or by crook, we will make it to the top of New Sky, which I do believe we got to number 2 yesterday, someone told me. Where are we? If you go to search airlines... Oh, we're back down to number 3. Look, by 3 flights, JetFly's got 988 flights. We're 985. But you never know. By the end of today, we might be back up to position number 2, although it's going to be a long old slog to get to number 1. Look at FanSky. 1,250 flights. There's only 68 of them, and they're 100% active. That's crazy. Fair play to them, and that's like... That is some commitment. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm not doing any fault. We're doing 2 legs, sorry. God, now I've said 3, you're going to want 3. We're doing 2 legs, Cork, Nantes, Stansted, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. I ain't doing no more. Ain't doing it. Right, I better get this plane fired up. It is mostly the same, isn't it? As the NG. Just a few subtle differences. So I've only really taken this one out once, so we need to be mindful of that. So we'll do batteries on, emergency lights on. Where's my navs? There we go. It's a bit far up that, isn't it? 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we will... What else do I need to do? Strobe steadies on, anti-collision off. That's all good. Logo light, daytime, probably don't need that. Ground power, I need to go into the EFB, I suppose, and get that. Oh, I've just noticed I've got vertical sync still off, and it's going to tear. Let's get rid of that, and let's turn my dynamic settings back on as well. It's going to get pretty hot today, I think, isn't it? From what I can gather. And, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't do well in the heat. Ground power unit, please and thank you. Let's back up to the top, and we'll take... Power. Power. Yeah, it's going to be a tough old week, I think, isn't it, this? It's going to be a tough old week. What do? I go Navigraph, right? Then I do import Simbury flight. What would you normally do here? Would you do send flight plan to FMC or send all data to aircraft? I don't really know what the difference is, to be honest. Struggling a bit here. IRS on battery. Oh, I don't know, Philip. I don't know. What's it doing? It's flashing a line. What does that mean? You do send all data, do you? Fair enough. Starting it up in the grumpy cockpit. You've been on since 5. Bloody hell, grumpy. Do you never just not want to stay in bed? I'm terrible for that. I could never get myself up at 5 unless there was a really good reason for it. Like, if I was going to the airport or something, obviously I'd get up at 5. But just to be like, I'll get up at 5. I might think that when I go to bed, and then 5 will come around and be like, nah, I'm not doing that. Alright, I guess we'll go off. Again. On DC. When you wake, and that's it. Oh, okay, you're one of those. Oh, I can't. I roll over and go back to sleep. I'm dreadful for that. A bit like a teenager. Right, send all data to aircraft. So does that mean we're loaded then? Let's get this yoke out of the way. Thank you. FMC. Pause in it. Next page. Grab one of them. Previous page, not next page. Boff. Airport. EIC. Oops. CK. And we are at gate. What gate are we at? Is it 11? I don't know where I am. Let me check. I think I'm at gate 11. I think I'm at gate 11. Yeah, I am. I'm at gate 11. Lovely. Right, route. So that's already got that inlet because I guess we did send all data. So that's cool. So I guess we can activate that, execute that. You're off to Toulouse on Tuesday, BA from Heathrow. Ooh, nice. Well, have a nice time. We like Toulouse, don't we? What do I need to type into here? Can I type anything into here? I just did that. So my reserves will be... My reserves will be... Finres plus... What is it? Finres plus alternate. Would that be right? I think I'm right in saying that. So that'll be 2,753. 2.7. Gate 11, thank you. Oh, I've still got FSR on. Should we leave FSR on? Actually, it's FSR 3. Because I've gone back to Sim Update 5. Let's turn that off, shall we? TAA. Thanking you. Where's my departure performance doodad? Performance? Here we go. Take off. Read MSFS data. So I'm going for runway 34 on the IRTA whatever. Select condition is dry. Should we go flaps 5? And we'll go AC on, anti-ice off. See what it comes back with. That'll do then. So flaps 5, trim of 5.43. V1 142, VR 144. V2 154. Cool. Select temp 41. But before we do that, we need to do our departure, don't we? So let's do our departure. 3-4. What are we taking? The IRTA 1 November. You got to be careful here because there's LT 1 November and IRTA 1 November. You got to make sure you get the right one. We want IRTA 1 November. Pop that in. We'll do the arrival into Nantes now. It might change. Yeah, it might change. I mean, there's 1 knot across the runway, right to left, 4 knots down it, according to Navigraph. So, could go either way. Morning, Joanna. So we're doing 03 ILS Zulu. And we're going to go on the Golden 1 Charlie, and we're going to go via Nightham. There it is. We'll do the job. So, my select temp was, what was it, 41, and we're going to do a, what's my TO thing? We're just doing standard TO. Yeah, rating TO. 41. Checked. And we'll do flaps 5. 142, 144, 154. Centre of gravity. Oh, look at auto trims, that's nice. Reflight complete. Good, we're getting there. How are you liking the plane so far, Grumpy? Is it everything you dreamed it would be? So, little departure briefing then. Out of 3-4, heading mostly north. We need to be above 1,000. We're going for the IRTA 1 November, so we're going for the uppermost one here. Yeah, Grumpy, I got the new AirAC before I went live. I just thought I'd check, and then there it was. So I was lucky. Above 2.5, and then we go to IRTA. Do not exceed 5,000 unless instructed to do so by ATC. All right, we'll do 5,000 in the window. We'll take a view on local traffic, and then we'll go. Runway heading is 344. Get that in. Do the course as well, just in case we need to quickly come back for whatever reason, in case Muggins here forgot to fill up with fuel or something like that. That's fine. What's my V2 speed? 154. Let's get that in there. Now, as for the cruise, 310 allegedly is what we're doing. And look, it's already got it up here. So is that iFly doing that? Is that iFly just making life easy for me? Or does the 737 MAX actually do that? I guess is my question. That's pretty cool though. And it's got 100 in the thing. And yeah, lo and behold, airport elevation 90 feet. So it's put in 100. I'll be damned. That's a nice little quality of life, even if it is just iFly doing it for us. That's very cool. That is very cool. How you doing, Aero? And Paul as well. How you doing? Ain't doing bad here. This is all looking alright. Bizarrely with the Max, I've got my little screen here, but it's actually visually bigger on my TV, just because of how massive the screens are in the plane. That's kind of weird. That is kind of weird. What's Q&H here? Where does one find Q&H? 1020. 1. Come on, go into proper money. There we go. 1020. Beautiful. Lovely jubbly. So what else do we need to do? Probably need to get some fuel pumps on. Now we're fueled. We can look at starting an APU. There she is. So we're in the 200 variant, so the Max 8-200, and the difference is, I believe, they had to fit an extra emergency exit door, which I believe is this one. Just because of the number of people on board, because they basically cram you in like sheep. They've got these like low profile chairs, which basically means they've got no padding and therefore don't take up that much room. When you sort of stack them, many rows of them, you obviously save a row or two across the entire length of the plane. But yeah, Ryanair I think are the main operator. There is one more, but I forget who it is. It'll come to me in a minute. Maybe one of you guys know. Behave, Grumpy. Behave. If you haven't done so already, please do consider hitting the like button. It helps me out a huge deal. It doesn't cost you nothing. All you got to do is press it. Of course, if you don't like it, then maybe don't press it. But if at the very least you are not offended by this stream, please press the like button. How you doing, Bobby? I'll be flying Ryanair in about a month. Going to Dublin for a couple of days in August. Which would be nice. Right. Let's take power from that APU then, shall we? Get seatbelts on. We can do hydraulic pumps, we can do window heat, we can do the yaw dampener, I believe, at this point. Now we've got hydraulics from the APU. Yes, we can. Probe heat, I believe, comes on after engine start. I think we need to get GSX ready. Need to tune Unicom, that would help, wouldn't it? Before we go move it anywhere. Cork traffic, Ryanair 232, radio check.
Visibility fine, I'm not
Thanks. Would you recommend to buy the RX 7800 XT because now I only have 8 gig of VRAM? What's that got? 16 in it. I don't know the card very well, to be honest, Noah. I don't know the card very well. Air Nottinghamshire. It's funny, loads of people think it's called that because we're in Nottingham. We're really not, it's just my surname. Couldn't possibly comment, Bobby. But maybe keep your eyes open for a video soon. Because your boy here gets out the power tools. We're making good time. It's only 10 to 10. Well then, we ought to do anti-collision light on, APU bleed on, keep the packs to off, and we can tell GSX we would like to go, please. Did you actually, Noms? Honestly, loads of people, I've had comments, I've had people even email me being like, hey, you from Nottingham? Like, you know, we should meet up or something. It's like, I ain't from Nottingham. Like, I don't live anywhere near Nottingham.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
If I was from Nottingham, I'd probably have called it like Knots rather than Not.
NR818 Juliet, pushing back, stand 9, facing south, Cork traffic.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Isn't that where the repair centre is, Noms? Or near there? Man, the amount of things that we should have sent there, but we didn't, and we just repaired it ourselves.
Locking gear.
Beautiful. Newark, that's the one. Now, am I going to have room? See where Mr. Airnot goes. Bloody Airnot everywhere, aren't they? Terrible. Am I going to get blocked in here? Possible. Morning, Max. Am I departing from Cork? We are. Oh, Joanna, I've got curry for lunch today. You'll be pleased. Alright, I'm good to go. Cork traffic, Ryanair 232, stand 11, pushing back, facing south, Cork. Continue push back, nose, right, tail, left. That's what I want, isn't it?
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake released. Oh. You know what I haven't done? What haven't I done? What haven't I done? And chocks.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Let's get engine number 1 into ground, not continuous. Give the engines a minute because I've currently got motoring on my N2. We need to wait until motoring stops, don't we? Still saying motoring. I can see. This is why I can see it on my little screen here. That's why, like, okay, it stopped. Double check New Sky started. Yes, it has.
Please set parking brakes.
Unlocking gear.
You know what I haven't done? That's what I hadn't done. Cheers, Johnny! Hadn't done that thing in Simat Pro where you tell it not to ignore the reverse thrust element on your throttle. That's what it was. Engine 2 ground. So we're watching this N2.
Bypass pin removed.
So it says motoring. The NG doesn't do that. That caught me out.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Takes a while, doesn't it, for it to go out? I suppose we can do flaps to 5 while we wait. Has it gone out? Yes, it's gone out. Right, fuel. Good old Boris. He did the job, didn't he, with this? electric motors to cool the engine. Hot days, so longer cooling. Oh, there you go. Okie dokie. So that's engine number 2 ready to go. So let's get the packs onto auto, isolation valve, auto, APU bleed. In fact, let's take the power from the engines now. APU bleed off, APU off, taxi light to on, and probe heats to on. I do believe that's good for now. Get our flight directors on. Let's do LNAV on, VNAV armed, auto throttle armed. Bulk traffic, Ryanair 232, taxiing to holding point Bravo, short of runway 0725, while we wait to backtrack Cork. Cork is such an absolute banger of a free airport. I love it. It was so great that it just came as part of a world update. It's an exciting day today. What's going on? Tell us everything. This feels very much like the IAE engines on the Phoenix in that you just kind of let it creep.
I'm on 818 Juliet, backtracking runway 34.
Very little throttle input needed to get this thing rolling. I mean, it feels like we're going uphill as well, and it's still creeping. New wing parts, amazing. Well done, mate. I'll let you guys into a little secret. Winwing actually sent me their EFIS FCU as well, and it arrived yesterday. I haven't had a look at it yet. It's in the house. My wife's going to be so pissed. More boxes! Sorry. Sorry, man. But it'll be really interesting to compare it to the Wingflex stuff. I mean, it's so affordable, isn't it? I was going to sit here for a minute, I think. Better to wait here than wait on a runway, even if it's not in use. Because what if somebody has an emergency and suddenly needs it? Right, we'll sit tight here for a minute. What I'm going to do, actually, while we wait, is check my rudders. Because have I still got... Yeah, I've still got that. Let's get rid of that. I did not enjoy that curve on the A380. So, you know, last week we were flying the A380, fly-by-wire, and we struggled with the rudder paddles quite a bit. I went into the Discord and asked, I was like, is there like a go-to like setting that you guys recommend or anything like that? And I was told, yeah, just set it to what you feel is comfortable. So maybe we need to play around with that a little bit more. I feel like the 0.3 was too much that I put in. It just felt like I had a complete loss of control, particularly when we landed in Toulouse. Like, that was crazy. I just could not control the thing. I was like giving it everything. It just wouldn't. But it wouldn't do anything for a minute, and then it'd do too much. And then it's like, oh, now the other way. Then it's like, oh, forget it. Should have just left it on default, really. That would probably been better. But never mind. We live and we learn.
And I will let you taking off runway 34. Call traffic.
Right, other than Air Not, is there anyone else coming into Cork that I need to be aware of? That would be negative. Here to come. I want to join your team, but I don't know if I'll get the basics right, especially on landing. Best thing to do is just practice away from the airlines. Like, the virtual airlines are not really a place to learn, if you know what I mean. They're a place to go once you've learned. That'd be my advice to you. Not saying you're not welcome, like, I wouldn't say that at all. But if you want to start with New Sky, which is the system we use to do the virtual airlines, fly for the New Sky Academy. It's kind of like the training airline, built right into it. Hey! So you can still kind of learn the ropes without actually it mattering so much. Cork, traffic via Bravo and runway 25, entering the backtrack for runway 34. Cork traffic, Ryanair 232.
And on A18 Juliet Airport.
Continuous, strobe and steady. Start the clock. Do I prefer the PMDG or the iFly? To be honest with you, I'm not really sure. Like, I tend not to think of it in those terms. Like, they're both very good aircraft. I know some people on Reddit seem to think, well, the PMDG is a bit more like in depth with the systems. It's like, okay, fine, maybe it is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like they're both good. The question you should be asking yourself is, do I want to fly a Max or an NG? And if the answer is I want to fly a Max, well then get the iFly. If you want to fly the NG, then well, guess what? Get the PMDG. Like, we're lucky. We're lucky that we've got two really good options. Like, for one of them to be good, the other doesn't have to be bad. I think as simmers we forget that sometimes. It's like when the wind control throttles came out. I remember like everyone's like, the thrustmasters are rubbish. It's like, no, they're not. Like, the thrustmasters have been great. They've served us well for years. Things have progressed. Times have changed. Your thrustmasters haven't become bad overnight. Just because a new thing exists.
On runway 16.
Now, where that answer would get interesting, like iFly or PMDG, would be if PMDG shipped their Max. Then you would have direct competition. You could compare the two, like for like. Because at the minute you've kind of got like, well, the NG's a little bit different to the Max because of the engines and the updated systems. Well, systems, I say, like screens and a few little bits and pieces. I'll be honest with you, I've always, and I probably always will have, a soft spot for PMDG. I feel like their planes fly beautifully. I feel like you get a real sense for them that they obsess over the details. So I'm always going to have a little soft spot for PMDG, I think. Don't know a lot about the iFly devs, to be honest. I don't think I've ever once seen any of them like on a YouTube channel or a podcast or on stage talking or anything like that. Maybe it's out there, I just haven't found it. Yeah, we're very lucky. We're very lucky to have two good options. Do us well to remember that. Rather than trying to pick a fight, like, which one's better? Go! Not saying that's what you're doing in chat, by the way, but like you look on Reddit and places, like people start these threads, PMDG versus iFly, clearly just like wanting to have a row about it. It's like, why? Just enjoy them, fly them. Reminds me of when I was a kid and it was like PS2 versus Xbox, and like kids in the playground would spend their entire break time just arguing. My PS2 is better than your Xbox because, well, my Xbox is better than your PS2 because. It's like, possible they could both be good? Let's throw that one out there. No! One or the other.
Approaching 3, 4.
I see it on my tech channel as well. You see it with, James, you've upgraded to first class. Thank you very much indeed. It's really generous of you, thank you. I mean, we'll wait and see what you think of the first class experience on air. Not, you may live to regret it, but I'm very grateful nevertheless. I mean, the Max has got bigger engines. The reason why they did it is because the Neos came out and they're more fuel efficient, and Boeing were like, we need something, so they made the Max. Bigger engines. They put big screens in rather than the smaller ones you get on the NG. Subtle differences, really. Very subtle.
On runway 3, 4.
Right, is everybody ready? Where's my Tara thingy? Cork traffic, Ryanair 232, taking off runway 34, IRTA 1 November, departure, Cork. There's your auto throttle.
V1.
Hey. Positive climb, gear up. Ladies, Cork. Come on. Cork traffic, Ryanair 232, airport out of 34 out of 1 November, passing 3,000 Cork traffic. Bit of back pressure, keep control of that speed. Flaps away. Nowhere near as good at following flight directors in a Boeing as I am in the bus. Nowhere near. So I feel like on the yoke I'm better at controlling the, I guess you'd call it the x-axis. Okay, autopilot is on. Get them both. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Jim and Skyseat saying in Twitch chat, just get them both. If you're wondering why we don't have the chat overlay today, it's because it's broken, by the way, before anyone asks. Now, given that there's no one much around, Skyseat, thank you for the follow, mate. See if we can get ourselves a nice landing out of the iFly today. It's weird, because obviously I do this... You guys probably think, oh, I'm in the sim constantly flying and stuff, but I'm sort of not, because a lot of my time is editing, a lot of my time is recording content, like, with a camera, rather than actually in the sim. Thank you, Dan. And the last time we flew this was last week. So it's been, like, 7 days since I last flew this, so I've got no real familiarity. Let's go flight level 310, let's not muck around. So, in a weird way, despite the fact I've got a channel and, like, might give the appearance that I'm at it all the time, you're probably having more of a chance to fly this stuff than I am. Does that make sense? It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I never tried the old one, Noms. This is my first interaction with it, so I guess, yeah, I can see why people didn't like it, but this certainly no complaints with this EFB. I really wish there could be like an agreed upon EFB that all planes shared. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Oh, what's going on here? Why am I looking through? Oh, that's why. Like it. EFBX is the answer. Yeah, well, like I say, I really hope there's no like little gotchas. Do you know what I mean? How's the wind control throttle with Boeing? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not... Obviously, it's not 100%. It's not, you know, motorised or whatever. But it's perfectly usable. Perfectly usable. With the PMDG 737 and 777, I've made some profiles for spad.next, which make it even nicer. But there is a free method that you can use to get it to work with the Boeings. I've made a video all about it. If you type in like wind control, air not, Boeing, it'll probably come up. I'll show you the free way, which is where you do SimApp Pro settings and a little bit in the sim. Or you can buy spad.next, hand it all over to Spad, and then it's very nice indeed. And I've made a couple of profiles you can download to get yourselves up and running. Use a video and it worked perfect for me. Nice. Barely taken off on the landing excuse, already prepared. I was prepared last night with the excuses, Joseph, don't you worry. Don't you worry about me. Am I going to the Flight Sim show in the UK later this year? I am. It'll be in Bristol. Aerospace Bristol, underneath the Concorde that they've got there. Did I see the freeware mod for the PMDG? Is that the GSX thing? I use MobiFlight. Yeah, that's a good idea too. I've never used MobiFlight. I already had SPAD. I've been using it for a long time, so that's kind of what led me to do that, if you know what I mean. Because yes, it is paid, isn't it? Engines out of continuous. We's cooking. I haven't used it. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I was working on a new top secret project last night. Top secret. Because I'm a spy. Yeah, I have all these projects, of course. I'm not allowed to talk about on the stream. Maybe I need to have a little look at MobiFlight when time allows. Because like I say, it's free, isn't it? Which would make a hell of a lot more sense than SPAD. I guess it depends on whether you need... What more can SPAD do than MobiFlight? That's where I'm unclear. I know that SPAD does the job, so I just use it because I've already paid for it. It's unclear to me whether MobiFlight would hit limits or something. I don't know. Did I sell my 4080 Super, or do you use it in your streaming PC? I've got a 4080 non-Super. Thinking of going the CEX route for a 4090. 16 gigs of VRAM is beginning to choke me. Yeah, well, that's what happened to me too. What res are you playing at would be my first question. Because in general, I've found the 4080 with 16 gig to be alright at 1440p, but not at 4K. But yeah, if you're playing at when I was playing at 4K, sometimes it'd be fine. Like right now, coming out of Cork, for example, it might have been fine. And it might have been fine landing into nonce, but by the time we got to Stansted, you might land and it would be like, nope, full up, and that'd be the end of it. Like right now, I'm probably not using that much VRAM. Let's have a look. 10 gig. Which probably sounds alright. You're like, what, that's fine, you got 16 left. 6 left, sorry, if you got a 16 gig card. It's like, well, it's not as simple as that, because the sim doesn't get all 16. It might only get 13.4. So then you got 3 left. Which then, if you're already at 10 and you land into Edinburgh, then it's like, bye-bye. Using Pirigee, Birmingham then. Because that was always what happened with me, like landing into Edinburgh, Pirigee, it'd be like, oh boy. There's an argument that perhaps I could go back to my 4080 if I would do this and do that. Or I could just slap in the 7900 XTX and never think about it again. Right, performance. Let me just check my tuning profiles are active. No, they're not. Let's do that. What I do with mine is I declock it to prevent crashes. Morning, Ryan. Or evening. No, it's morning for you, isn't it? Even more morning than it is for me. It's early for you, Ryan. Or very late. Whichever way you look at it, I suppose. SPAD does look a bit 90s-ish, doesn't it? It does look a bit 90s. $5.19. So have you just gotten up, Ryan, or have you not been to bed yet? Oh, at least you landed, Ryan. Imagine how much suckier that would have been. You found it unusable? How was it unusable? Not been yet. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that'll do it. I'm going to need another coffee in a minute. I was up late working last night and I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyway and now I'm tired, so... What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Smooth when panning the views. Lossless scaling was smooth at like FrameGen does. Okay. I haven't had too much problem with it, to be honest. It does intermittently crash. That's what I was doing there a moment ago. I was limiting the clock speeds, because then that prevents it from happening. Part of me wonders whether I just need a bit bigger power supply. I've got an 850 watt, and that is technically like in spec. But talking to people about it, they're like, yeah, like you need 1,000 or 1,200 watt, because there's like massive power spikes that happen with the 7900 XTX that can cause that. So I do wonder whether if I just put in a huge power supply, that might solve it for me. But then equally, I could be wasting like 150, 200 pounds on a power supply that I don't need. If you get the gist. But yeah, to answer your question, Azza, I still do have the 4080. It's just in my inside PC. You got the same setup as me and have 1,000 watt power supply and still get the crashes. Okay, maybe I won't then. Just by NVIDIA problem solved. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. If you don't mind mollycoddling your card a bit, the AMD can work. And it has solved my problem. I haven't had a crash in a long time. Touch wood. But the trouble is, NVIDIA's so much bloody money, aren't they? Like, the prices... Like, should we have a look at 5090 prices real quick? Like... Let me get up a website a minute, hang on. I dread to think what they are now. Gaming and sim, components, GPU. We'll look at 5090 and 5080s. Make sure I'm not streaming on TikTok. I'm not streaming on TikTok. Maybe I should be streaming on TikTok, honestly. Whatever. Wow, okay. Low to high. The cheapest one, an open-boxed mobile dock with a 50... We're not obviously going to buy that. That'd be... Don't... If you're spending that level of money, what on earth? Why would you buy that? Like... So the cheapest one in stock right now, a Paylit Gamer Rock. Or Game Rock, I should say. £3,349. And once you get into the Zotacs, it's not long, is it, before you're up to 3.5? Sure, it's nearly 4 for, like, the OC versions. The 5080s aren't priced badly, though, are they? I mean, they are... Alright, let me qualify that. They are priced badly, but just not as badly as the 90. Yeah, Philip, could you, would you mind just nipping out? It's like saying you pop out and get a bottle of milk. Yeah, cheers, Landy. It's like Rolls-Royce, isn't it? That they exhibit at yacht and plane shows, so that when you've been looking at a yacht all afternoon, a Rolls-Royce at 300,000 seems like an impulse buy. And honestly, that you kind of, I'm getting that same feeling now, looking at this. Like 5080, it's like this is the one to get. But obviously, this is far too much. Oh, this one's all right. Roy, how are you? We're just looking at the terrible state of GPUs, Roy. Look at that. 3,800... £3,800. Bloody hell's bells. That is unbelievable, Jeff. That is... And it's got like one of those all-in-one liquid coolers, which I would never want on a graphics card. Ever. Because if that AIO goes, well, guess what? What happens to your GPU? That is ridiculous. That is not a feature as far as I'm concerned. You got a 5090 Supreme. Honestly, the names they give these cards, it's just like... The marketing I always find quite hilarious with like graphics cards. Like the TUF, spelt T-U-F. Whose idea was that? Tough. Don't worry, gamers will buy into it. Just imagine him saying that. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, and then like you're looking at numbers like this, and then you go down to the 80, and it's like, oh, not so bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good. We've got Paylet. I wouldn't even know which one to buy these days. Like, generally, I find it doesn't matter too much. Managed to snag a Founders. When did you get that, Silent? I must admit, I do keep my eyes open. Part of me wonders if I ever do see one, do I just do it? And then... And then I just don't have to think about it ever again. Because even if a 6090 comes out, will I really need it? Probably not. If you got a 5090 for flight sim, at least. Nandy says, I've got a question. I really like your videos. What settings do you use in flight sim? As you look like the person who knows what he's talking about. Any chance you know how to turn off lens flare? Don't know about the lens flare, but we've got videos on the YouTube, Landy. I've got a Flight Sim 24 settings video for a like high-end system. Then I've got another one for a more of a mid-range system. So I use my 4080 and my 5800X3D at the time for the high-end rig. And for the mid-range rig I use my 5600X 3070. And people say to me, could I make an updated one? And maybe I will. But really... It's like, well, if you follow those settings, you're probably going to get more FPS now than the video shows, because that video was made in, like, 2 weeks after the sim launched, when it was a bag of bolts, really. Sim Update 4, 5, and now 6. Like, I stand by the settings. Settings are good. It's just now you get even more frames. Yeah, chat thing's broken, Philip. I might give it another go in a minute. Let me see if I can load it up. Hold the line. Ooh. How much would I be willing to sell the 4080 for? Not looking to sell it. Oh, Caster Labs are currently performing maintenance. So Caster Labs is the tool that does that thing. So that'll be why it broke. I don't know what the 4080's worth. I think I looked on eBay a few weeks ago. Sort of, I think 850 for a Founders was roughly where it's at. That seemed to be what they were selling for. I think I'd have to double check. But yeah, card is very much in use at the moment. On the inside PC. So that's kind of where I do work and stuff when I'm inside. Although increasingly I'm using my laptop a lot more now. But the kids have now taken over that PC a little bit, which is a bit annoying. It's now quickly becoming the Forza Horizon 6 machine. And I do also game in there in the evenings. So I'm trying to be a bit more disciplined. I've noticed, right, ever since sort of this year, I've noticed I'm lacking discipline. In that if I just sit at my computer, I'll just start working on something. And then I come away feeling like all I've done is worked. And then I feel tired and grumpy. And so I'm trying to be a bit more disciplined and being like, I'm actually going to use my computer, but I'm not going to do any work. I'm going to play a game, or I'm going to enjoy myself and just chill for a bit. What altitude you at, content? So yeah, we're working on that. Because what I don't want to do is burn out. And I've burnt out on stuff before in the past. And I know the warning signs, and it generally starts with how I'm starting to feel a little bit, so... So when did you actually get it? Silent. You're at flight level 220. What are you flying? You're flying in an A320 and you're only at 22,000 feet. What? Right, so when is my top of descent? That is the question. Progress. Top of descent, 174 miles. That's right, we've got a minute. Got a minute. But yeah, like Jim says, September 25. Nice. Yeah, I see there's Castelabs is reconnected. Allegedly. And Castelabs has now failed. Brilliant. Let's just close Castelabs, shall we? We'll try Castelabs another day. It's not our day today for Castelabs, I don't think. Hey, there is Cornwall. Where's that? That'll be Penzance, right? Yeah. Fairly certain that's Penzance. That's where the train line comes in, I think. I went to see a Toto tribute act down there. Called Hold the Line in like a little theatre in Penzance. Wild. So, given that we're not even halfway there yet, it's got to be time for a coffee, isn't it? Am I allowed a coffee? I feel really tired. Is that the Scilly Isles? That must be the Scilly Isles. Fairly certain it is. I need a cup of coffee. Does anybody want anything? Tea, coffee, biscuits? I should go and check on the dog as well, because it's quite hot, isn't it? Noms is on the pints. 10:30 and Noms is on the pints. Flipping heck. Right. See you in a minute. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM like a good boy. There you go. See you in a mo. Enjoy the views. I'll leave you with some uninterrupted views. Hi. Joseph, I haven't got any cornettos, Joseph. Sorry. Joseph wanted a cornetto, saying in Twitch chat while I was gone. Can I just say, I don't like cornettos. I think they're massively overrated. It's the cone. Why they got that funny cone? I don't like it. Can't they have a proper cone? Yeah, Noms, I'm with you on that. It's got to be a Magnum, isn't it? Give me a white Magnum, and we're talking. And the cone doesn't taste nice. There you go, Joanna, see? Sorry, Joseph. I'm afraid we're all in agreement. Let's resync my heading bug. 139. Well, it's about to be one something else, isn't it? Can't beat a white Magnum. We love a white Magnum, we do. Calippos are better. What's a Calippo? Oh, they're not like those posh ice pole things, are they? Virtual memory too low. Virtual memory, is that... Are you running out of SSD space, Ryan? Are you running out of actual RAM and it's trying to page it to your disk but there's no room? I tell you what I do like is just like a Tesco or a Sainsbury's or just like just a normal supermarket choc ice. Milk chocolate, of course, we're not animals. I don't know why anyone uses dark chocolate. Milk chocolate is just a better version of it. I've just seen a big wall of text from Jim. Hang on. What's Jim saying? Get this, I pre-ordered the TCAS panel off Wind Control UK site nearly 2 months ago, like I've done multiple times. Just having a look around last night, thought I'd check the website. The TCAS was in stock and one was in the basket. Pre-order was cancelled and no emails at all. Luckily you got it, but you have to check daily now for your other pre-orders if they're going to start messing around. Oh. So it was in your basket. They put it in your basket. Is that what you're trying to say, Jim? How much RAM have you got, Ryan? You on 32? Who was it who had a stick of RAM that went wrong the other day? Someone had a stick of RAM go wrong the other day, didn't they? Right, we are 100 miles out. You got 32. It's a bit weird though, isn't it, that? Right, let's figure out what we're going to do. We're coming in on the Godin 1 Charlie. And we're going to transition at Nightham. So we need to be below 10,000 at Nightham. Then after Nightham, we make our way down. So let's have a look at our legs. Nightham below 10,000. Next waypoint 79. All the way down to 3,000. You know what I'm going to do, don't you? You know what I'm going to do. And I'm not even sorry. Check out this automation, Grumpy, if you're still there. Look at that. Yeah, you wouldn't have got it. So do you think your pre-order's, like, stuck somehow? Found some quavers in the cupboard. It's my mid-morning snack. Yeah, you think, Noms, that given everything else that the Airbus does, like the fact that it is very much like a flying laptop, you'd think they'd have sussed that one out, wouldn't you? You really would have. Like, you cross the waypoint and boff, down it goes, just like the Boeing does. It's almost like, how does the Boeing do that? Morning, Murray. How's it going? Hey, Sim. At least you think that the, you think that maybe if the 777 did it, because it's all fly-by-wire, you think, okay, fair enough. Even the 737 does it, the old one. Did I see the photo of the dog? No. Flight Deck, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Legend. Modelling a 3D print. Really? Oh, have you got that app that you can like turn a photo into a 3D model or something? How you doing, Flight Deck? Cheers for the follow. Yeah, Grumpy makes a good point there, actually, saying about, you know, dissent requires explicit consent from ATC. Oh, hang on, Philip, I'll have a look. Oh. Bless him. Oh, they're going to struggle in the heat this week, aren't they, the dogs? Mine will. I mean, mine's like 12 years old now. Which is quite old for a Labrador. As the vet constantly reminds me every time we go. It's like, yeah, alright mate, I get it. Like, he's old, he ain't gonna last long. Ethies, how you doing? How's my morning? Good. We're doing well. Can't whinge. It's a Thursday. We are, flying on Flight Sim. Yeah, it doesn't get a lot better, does it, really? You got aircon throughout the house? Like, we got portable ones. I think we're seriously going to have to look at it. Oh, I did not reconnect about Sim. You're quite right. Quite right. Oh, we'll reconnect now. Head into Nantes. Yeah. I was hoping we might get the RNAV. But it looks like we're still on for the ILS 03. It's, was it 2-1? That's a cracking approach coming over the city. It's the approach that I did when I flew into there. We went there for a holiday a little while ago. Very cool. Oh, you got portable ones, nice. Yeah, so at the minute what I'm doing is I'm basically moving my aircon unit from here. I've got it going now in the shed at the minute. And then when I'm done here today, I'll move it into the house for the hot part of the day. I've got like one of those little window kits, which is basically like a bit of fabric that fits into like your window when it tips open a little bit, and then you chuck a pipe out through a zipped bit. And that should keep Doggo happy through the hottest part of the day. He's in the side of the house now that's coolest away from the sun, so he's just asleep on the floor. He's happy enough. He does struggle though. This year particularly, like, His breathing's not the greatest at the moment either. He kind of does that thing where like he sounds like he's hacking up a lung. Like if he gets too excited, he starts like sounding all like throaty, which apparently is normal for his age, but. Fly VFR over Europe. I've never really done much VFR. I kind of like flying the big stuff, to be honest. Probably wouldn't know what to do. Like, if you put me in a Cessna in the sim, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Other than just, like, point and shoot, I wouldn't really know what to do. Oh, we could do this. Obviously, we do like fly-ins and IFR stuff. Not sure I'd know what to do with VFR. VFR in an A380. Yeah, we'll do VFR A380. There's an idea. What do you think, flight deck? Thank you, Tim. Flew out to Svalbard last night. 16 mins to align Adias. Thought the system had crashed. Yeah, because of course the further you are from the equator, the longer it takes, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it can catch you out, that one, can't it? Then it's like a whole other can of worms then, isn't it? Once you start on the GA stuff, then it's like, what's the Phoenix equivalent in the GA world? What's the PMDG equivalent in the GA world? Like, what do you do? Do you just use the default Cessna, or do you buy something? Like, what do you do? Like, I know nothing. Like, nothing about... What's like the thing? Black Square for GA. So what do Black Square make? Like what planes? Or is that the plane? Again, I don't even know. I like, what's the difference between a dev and a plane? Maybe I need to do the career mode where they teach you how to fly GA. Navigraph do a great GA virtual PPL course. Navigraph Academy. Okay. I mean, personally, I get more of a kick out of flying to somewhere with EasyJet as a passenger than I did with going up in a Cessna with my father-in-law in the front seat. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know why that is. Like, just these big old jets, there's something that draws me to them, whereas a little old bathtub with a propeller doesn't quite have the same draw. Happy to be proven wrong. Jones doesn't want to mess in a paper plane. Favorite destination? I don't know. Bergen's pretty cool. Bergen is pretty cool. Who keeps putting the sun visors down? That's an EFB option, isn't it? How am I dealing with the heat? So far, it's not been too bad. Like, yesterday was hot, but then it cooled down quite quickly in the evening, to the point where, by the time it was time to go to bed, it didn't really feel like you were in a heat wave. Tonight might be different, though. And tomorrow, I think, is going to be very hot. I've got one portable air conditioner unit, so I've got it in here in the shed for me now, which is currently boshing out the cold air. Like, right now it feels fine. As we get closer to the afternoon, maybe less fine, because of course it draws in air from the outside, and as that air becomes 30 degrees, it's fighting against the 30 degrees that's coming in through the hole in the wall. So I've got like a pipe that pipes in air from the outside into the shed, which I need for fresh air. So it's got 30 degree air coming through there. I've also got 2 PCs, one streaming PC, one sim PC. I've got a massive streamer light. I've got 5 monitors, 2 other streamer lights, myself, and it's only a little AC unit. There comes a point where it just can't keep up. There's only so much you can do. Not the last heat wave, but there was a couple of days, weren't there? The last heat wave, or the one before last, there was a day where I went to turn my PC on and the electricity in the whole shed just went like cut out. So my parents in the last heatwave, like a couple of weeks ago, they bought one on, like, I don't know, the Sunday, knowing the heatwave was coming, and on Monday they doubled in price. Crazy, they got in just in time. That was Gav live, is he? That's alright. I'll let Gav do the good landings, I'll do the bad ones. It'll be really weird going to that thing in Bristol. Gaslamp, how you doing, man? It'll be really weird going to that expo in Bristol and seeing people like Luke, British Av Geek, presumably he's going, Gav, you know, all these people like that. Yeah, you sort of feel like you know, but at the same time you don't know them. It's weird. It's going to be very cool. Just keeping an eye on what the VNAV's doing. So it's being quite aggressive at the moment, 3,000 feet, which is fine. Now it's starting to ease off a little bit. I'm one of those. I suppose so. It's yeah, it's going to be so weird. But again, like similarly, like there's going to be people that I get to meet there that I see in chat every day, and it's like, yeah, like we know each other, but we don't know each other. It's super weird, isn't it? You going to go, Philip? Non-traffic Ryanair 232 descending on the Godin 1 Charlie for an ILS Zulu approach runway 03. Well, like I said, Noms, get yours booked into the Travelodge. Make sure it's like non-refundable, non-transferable. Let me know, and then I'll change hotels. So when are our decel points? That's got to be one there, right? I'm just going to let it do its thing, I think. Who's that on the ground? Anyone we need to be aware of? Another Ryanair. I might get some flyers made up that just say ignore noms. Just hand them out to everyone. If I can get myself on the door and just hand one out to every person, that's my plan, I think. That's a plan. Okay, iPad, time to wake up because I need to plan my arrival. Performance, landing en route, import, runway 03, runway condition is dry, flaps, let's go flaps 30, AC is going to be on, rather. AC on, anti-ice off, brakes 2, reversers, all operational. I don't know what that means. So it thinks we can do it. That is quite tight though, isn't it? What if we go auto brakes 3? Yeah, that's more like it. Auto brakes 3 it shall be. Where's my switch? That's down here, isn't it? Feel like we need a bit of speed brakes. You keep telling yourself that, Noms. Whatever you need to, you know. You say I'm delusional, flipping heck. Oh, we have a laugh, don't we? Am I going to both days? Yeah. Yeah, I've booked the hotel for the Friday and the Saturday night. I thought about booking breakfast, but I thought, given how the evenings might go, might not be in the mood for breakfast. If you know what I mean. Alright, we'll get rid of the speed brake, we'll trust it. I was starting to not trust it, that was all. Am I going to the October? Yeah, yeah, Hayden, that's it. That's it. I sort of feel like with this one in Bristol, if we want to have a UK event, we've really got to support the hell out of it, you know? Because for me, like, you know, FS Expo in America, I looked at what it would cost to go, and it's like, God, that's a lot of money. Not to mention the time that it would take. You have to put days either side of it for travel and what have you. I don't know. I would love to do it. I mean, if I was in America and I could just, like, hop on a little flight and go over there, like a domestic flight, then yeah, sure, I'd do it. But then even looking at FS Weekend, that kind of gets quite pricey, doesn't it? Right, why isn't the plane slowing down? We're at 10,000 feet. And now it's busting me through 10,000 feet at more than 250 knots. I'm going to give it speed brake. That's the final decision, Noms. Yeah, it's going to be $3,000, I reckon, for Vegas. Flights, hotels, food, taxis, whatever, you know. Like, it all adds up. It all adds up big time. Cheaper than a 5090 though. True. Or a 5090. Or you get a 5090 and just watch it on YouTube at home. You know what I mean? Right, let's do a little bit of work here. So 028 is going to be my course. And the ILS is 109, 109, 9. Go. 1099. Have Nvidia given up on graphics cards now, just creating their AI chips? I mean, there's so much money in it for them. That's why they're doing it. Just like, if ever you're in doubt as to why any company's doing anything, just follow the money. You'll probably get your answer. You'll probably get your answer. Right, local pressure in Nantes is 1015. Get that dialed in, ready to rock and roll. What is transition here at Nantes? Flight level, does it say? By ATC. Okay, we'll call it 6,000. I mean, who knows? There might come a point where the AI bubble pops. Some people say it will, some people say it won't. I don't know. Like, I was thinking the other day, like, even people that are paying like £20 for ChatGPT or whatever. I was talking to a friend about it who's, you know, developer and doing a lot with it, and he's like, there is no way they're making any money, even at £20. They're still losing money. They're just losing £20 less money than they do with the free people. There's going to come a point where they have to charge proper money for it, and then that will be the point where the market decides, maybe not then. So we shall see. Well, as in, like, you pay per thing, Noms, rather than you pay a monthly catch-all, like tokens. Knots traffic Ryanair 232 on the outbound for the ILS 403 on the Golden 1 Charlie. So wind is now variable 3 knots. You pay monthly for a credit amount. What do you mean, Noms? Oh, right, so like every message you send like eats away at your how much you put in. Mate, it's too hot. It's too hot, I don't like it. I want to go home. Okay, so we've got a decel point coming up here. We're going to go down to flight level... Oh, sorry, speed. Unable next altitude. Brilliant. Speed brake. I'm going to go speed intervene at this point. 210. Struggling to lose that energy, aren't we? Am I using the wind control Airbus throttle with Boeing? I am, yeah. Okay, let's go to local pressure. If you're wondering how I'm using the wind control Airbus throttle with the Boeing, I've got a video on YouTube that explains it all. Come on. Right, let's go flaps 5, I fancy. If I can do that with my mouse. Oh no, that's flaps 10, we don't want that. Back you go. My flaps lever's not working so great. Flaps 10 it'll have to be then. Come on, let's go up to 5. Yeah. Oh god, I don't know. Speed 180. Knots traffic, Ryanair 232, flying base 403, ILS Zulu, slowing to speed 180 knots, current speed 205. Get this speed down to 180. Lose that energy. Then we might be in with a chance of descending to 3,000. Yeah, we should be fine. Growl wheel? Really? Oh yeah. Thanks, Norms. He's a deer, isn't he? Okay, we're currently 14 miles from the runway, so we've got a nice, long final. I find it a faff to set up. Any tips? Yeah, check out my YouTube. Type in, like, air-not, wind control, Boeing. You'll find a video. I'll show you how to do it. Way easier than me trying to explain it now badly, because I'll forget a step. Guaranteed. Look at that. So let's arm the approach then, shall we?
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Lance traffic, Ryanair 232, turning final for runway 03, 14 miles to run. Because of the established order overruling here. What do you mean, Roy? Hey, there's the lake. So, airport is down there. And I stayed... Where did I stay? Like there, in a little house. It was so cool. It's like the best holiday ever. Not sure my wife fully agreed, but I had a lovely time. Especially because the beluga comes in and out. That was amazing. I had the best time. Go around altitude, climb straight ahead, blah 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 blah, 4,000, fine. Right, 160 it is. And we are established. It's a bit early for gear yet, isn't it? Was it a Sobo default handcrafted for the cork scenery? Yes. Yeah, it's great. Great bit of scenery, that, for free. Messages are drowned by the active people over here on Twitch. No, that's okay. I try my best to catch everyone, Roy, so even if you don't message that often, I'll still try and spot you. I don't always get it right. Like, it can be hard sometimes. Particularly if I'm like trying to focus on something in the sim and I'm sort of half looking. It's hard. It is hard. I will do my bestest. All one can do. Right, what's my VREF going to be? 154 then, by the look of it. Get me lights on. There, flaps 30. That's all good, Roy. No drama. Nonce traffic for 232 on a 4.5 mile final for 03. Feels like we're coming in awful steep. My plane. Right.
1,000.
Don't distract me. Trying to land a plane.
Approaching 03.
Three Reds is feeling pretty good. Two Reds is not feeling so good.
400.
It feels like we're coming in quite steep. I don't know why. Happy say we're fine. ILS is now unhappy.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
That'll do. Oh, need to work on flying that nose wheel down there, don't I?
Speed brake.
You talk about speed brake. I think I know why that was. Right, let's get rid of those. And look, there's a beluga. Oh, we'll see what New Sky thought of that. I didn't quite catch the landing right. Get in there with it. Get in there. That felt okay, the last part of it at least. let's jump off here and we will announce that we are vacated. I think why it did that, because when you go into reverse thrust with how I've got these throttles set up, with the iFly at the moment, as soon as you engage reverse thrust, it immediately slams it into toga, then it pulls it back into reverse, which then obviously upsets the plane. So that's why that was. That wasn't like a... New Sky's being weird at the minute, Philip. It did log it, I'm sure. Knots traffic, Ryanair 23203 vacated. That was alright, that was okay, it wasn't too bad. It was alright, we're getting there. Right, let's clean up. Get on the straight. Flaps up, please, and thank you. APU start. Get rid of those. Get rid of these. Low oil pressure. What's happened there then? Have I broken something? Ah, no. Go stand 2, shall we? GSX. Ramp. Ramp 2? I don't know, we'll just go here. Who cares? Cheers, Rack. We're slowly getting there with the iFly, I feel like. We're slowly getting there. Does hand fly nicely. I will give it that. Can't grumble at it. I reckon that'll do us, don't you? That'll do us quite nicely. Right, where was I? Where was I? Take power from the APU, let's do that. Turn off the taxi lights. Put the APU bleed on temporarily. Feel like we're good. Though I still do feel like I'm forgetting something. Never mind. Engines off. Are we going to get my first? Anti-collision off. Ready? Are we doing a turnaround? We're going back to Stansted now, mate. Yeah. I don't want to click it. I almost don't want to click it. What? I'm sure I had strobe lights on. Maximum landing weight exceeded. What a load of shit. Still, we had a great touchdown. That was still quite hard though, 342 feet. 1.35 G. Oh well. That sucks. No nav lights. I'm sure I had nav lights on. And I had my strobes on, didn't I? At 9:14. Yeah, strobe and steady on the runway, strobe and taxiing. That's what I thought. So like right now, look, we're on steady. Unless it was off. Oh, I don't know. Still. Actual landing part was okay. Boy, oh boy. Right, well, let's see if we can get a perfect 10 back to Stansted, shall we? Shall we? Lordy, lordy. Do they start on once planes loaded up? Always toggle them to make sure these guys detects them being on. That looks like off. One more click. Oh, really? Is that what it was? That's off. Strobe and steady. Yeah, so it's on steady right now. Oh, I don't know. Right, anyway. Let's get ourselves a ground power unit. Disappointing. You only have logo on at night, don't you, normally? Ground services. Let's have a ground power, thank you. You put it on every flight. Oh, okay, fair enough. Lovely. So let's do hydraulics off. Probe heats off. Might as well leave the window heat on, I suppose. It can't hurt, can it? Let's turn fuel pumps off. Do APU off temporarily. I don't know about that, to be honest. I thought we were going to be on for a good one there. I mean, the maximum landing weight is annoying.
Traffic, LR8182 Juliet, established runway.
Anyway, let's book a new flight. We'll try not to be too gutted. We'll keep with the same call sign. Let's go back to 3 AM. So if we say we're going to depart by midday, probably go a bit earlier to be honest. We'll be able to go from like 1:45, which will be just enough time. Deary me. Planning to add the ability for sharing handy tools. I mean, you can pop it in the chat there, Roy, if you want. We also have a knowledge base as well. You could add it to the knowledge base. That might be the thing to do. That might be the thing to do. Right, let's do the old switcheroo. So we've made the flight as air not. Then we'll regenerate the flight. Does your PC not cook itself in this heat, or do I have aircon? I've got aircon right now, yeah. I've got a little portable one in here, which is keeping it comfortable. But it's only 11:30. I think by the time 2-3 o'clock rolls around, it's gonna, the aircon won't be able to keep up with it. It's only a little like £300. Yeah, obviously it's very nice, but it's no like. You get these big ones, don't you? It's not one of those. Glad to have it, but it's definitely got its limits. Definitely got its limits. You notice it even with it on. There sort of comes a point where just it gets hotter and hotter and hotter even with it on. I think my plan will be after we get to Stansted, I'll move it into the house. Then obviously the dog can be cool. It will cool the house down a bit. And also when the kids get home, it'll be cooler for them as well. I'm just going to recycle the flight directors. Right, I'm going to need your help on this next leg, because we need to make sure all the lights are done, because otherwise that would have been an alright flight, I think. Albeit the maximum landing weight was a problem. I'm entirely sure how I figure out what my weight is and what the maximum is, to then make sure I don't get caught by that again. Going to be 30 till 6 PM. God, yeah, it's going to be a killer, isn't it? I think it's either Friday or Saturday is going to be the worst day, I think, isn't it? but it sort of just hangs around. Like, normally it sort of goes like up and up and up and up and up, and then it falls. Whereas this one, it could be around for like a good week or so, couldn't it? Take 6 degrees off air temperature. Yeah, it's something, isn't it? It's something. It is something. I mean, I think if our boiler were to go wrong, we'd probably look at fitting some kind of aircon in the house that can also heat. That'd probably be what we'd look to do. And then maybe just get some of those like taps that heat electrically for like your hot bathroom tap and your hot kitchen tap. Power showers for the showers. And then you sort of job done really, aren't you? Right. Brian. Import from SimBrief.
And 818 Juliet, short final, runway 03.
Looks like we're on for ILS 22 into Stanny. Maximum landing weight is 69,308. Bit early for the first beer of the day. Don't be daft. Get down there. Sort it out. Tell you what, when I was in Tunisia, they served beer by the thimble. That was how they basically limited you. You ask for a beer and it's like, you know, you get like those little like cups you get at like kids' birthday parties that they put squash in for the kids. It's like, there you go. It's like, oh, okay. I'm going to need 2 more of those. They can try, but they won't stop me. Alright then, so there's Nantes back to Stanny. Send all data to aircraft. Done. Go performance. Take off. Come on. Go. I'm going to stick with 03. Wind is variable at 3 knots, but I'm going to stick with 03. .33 degrees here at Nantes as well. Damn. Flaps 5. Select temp 46. Okie dokie then. So what we doing? Departing 03 on the Bounty for November. Out of here. Oh, I need to activate my route. That would help, wouldn't it? Dipstick. Right. 03 Bounty for November. That one's in. Back to the index. Into Stanny. ILS 22 on the Tel 21 Lima. And we'll transition at Laurel. Beautiful. So now we can do select temp, what was it, 46? 46. We'll stay with our TO rating. We'll go flaps 5. There's our takeoff speeds and our center of gravity is 5.28. Cracking. 5.9 tons of fuel, is that right? Is that what New Sky want? Not New Sky, SimBrief, is that what they wanted? Yeah, 5.9. Okay. Oh, hello. An air-not plane has spawned. So at the moment, I've got my strobe and steady. I'll do logo light just because. Lights are fine, right? Let's get the fuel pumps on. Already done that, haven't I? Oh, is that you content? Sorry, my bad. Jolly good. Well, how might we do an alternate flight plan? Do we go route 2? Yeah, we do that. So we could do, see if I can do what I do on the bus in here. LFRS/LFRS. Oh no, wait. LFRS. In there. Did we do legs? No, we do departure for route 2. So we'll depart 03 Bounty for November. Then we'll do our arrival 03. We'll just leave it at that. Cool. Go back to route 1. And we're done. How do you find... Philip, where did you get that maximum landing weight from? Did you just Google that? Or was there somewhere in the plane that I can see it? Oh, here we go. No. Landing weight. New Sky Fleet, okay. Yeah, because in the Phoenix it will warn you, won't it? Is there anything... Landing gear... Nothing obvious, is there, that tells you, like, printed on the dash or anything? Yeah. Okie dokie. Right, APU's fired. Let's take power from that. Looks like we're at 280 by the look of it. I don't know, Philip. I'm just trying to see it in the EFB. Couldn't see anywhere obvious where to find it. Performance. My plane. Ground services. Noms, I'm trying to find out where it tells me the maximum landing weight of the plane. So you do it in the calculator, Jerry, when you do your landing. If you put in your 0 fuel weight plus your estimated fuel on board when you land, you add those two together, type it into the calculator, it'll warn you. On the left-hand side. Oh, yeah, look. So my landing weight is going to be too high. Why is that wrong then? So do we just have to do a hold at Laurel or somewhere? I thought I had noms, but maybe I don't. Landing weight, yeah. So like you said, Philip, 69,308 is what we need. And our estimated... Surely this is estimated, because like 0 fuel weight is 64,230. By the time we get there... Yeah, we'll probably have to do a little hold. That's alright, we've got the time. We got time. That's my current weight. So I've got 6 tons of fuel on board. Yeah. What? I'm so confused. Yeah, so we're going to be fine then by the time we get there, surely, because we're going to obviously drop more than a ton of fuel by the time we get there. Okay, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it on the way. We'll keep an eye on it. Right, we've taken power from the APU. Got a little while yet. We've got about 5 minutes before we can go. So, what we'll do... Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Remind me before we start descent. We'll just sort of try and see where we are.
Land traffic, Ryanair 96 Echo will push back to taxiway Victor November facing west.
Oh, nice one, Jim. I think I've probably got the wrong SimRoof profile on, to be quite honest with you. Maybe we need to add a 200. We need to figure out basically what seating variants we're going to use for the VA. That's what we need to figure out. Is Air not going to use the Max 8 200? Is it going to use the 178, the one whatever it is? We need to maybe think about that. I mean, the 200 is probably more profitable. So do we just be a bunch of mercenaries and do that? It's better than the old one, Max. Oh, right, the iffy. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Prior to takeoff, I'm going to go and use the facilities and make sure Doggo is okay. We've got about 5 minutes. How you doing, Lion? We've got about 5 minutes before we can push. So, I will be right back.
traffic, and on 818 Juliet after the runner taxi behind us, we're going to push back.
Sorry for the hold up, gang. Dog decided he was going to take forever in the garden. Had to sniff every little patch of grass, every bush. It's like, dude, come on, I'm streaming. Right, what time are we at? 11:44. 1 minute and we can push. Let's tell GSX to get ready. Nice one, Roy. Cheers.
Hello, Captain. We are...
Is it going to be in the ATC back in London? Obviously there's nothing... No. Doesn't look like it, does it? Just Heathrow. What's going on at Heathrow? Heathrow's nicely staffed though, isn't it?
Departure check completed. Bypass pin.
And Stansted. There's a couple. I think it could be a an afternoon of Unicom, to be quite honest.
Locking gear.
Uh-huh. Still haven't seen any updates about FSLTL yet. I do keep an eye on it. I do keep an eye on them, but I think it's going to be a minute until it actually happens. It'd be so nice once we're in there. I wonder if it's going to affect how busy the VA gets. Morning, Mr. Mint. How you doing? Because you got to keep in mind, obviously we can see... Like, we can see each other as each other if we use the VMRs or whatever. But to all the controllers out there, to all the other pilots out there, they don't know who we are. We're just like these white tubes that fly around. Just finished setting up my EFIS and FCU. Works so nice. Amazing. Hope you enjoy it, mate. I think my plan will be to wait for the Airbus to move and I'll taxi where they are. And then we'll get on to Stanley. Little one was sick at 1 AM. Oh, no. Oh man, I've been there. I've been there. Sucks, doesn't it? Hope Littleton gets better soon. Oh, your tiller's arriving today. Fantastic. That'll do. That's just the job, isn't it? Powering you through. Oh, it's hard when they're sick, when they're little, isn't it? I remember the first time my youngest was sick that he can remember. Obviously, he was sick as a baby and as a toddler, and he has no idea. But like, I remember one day the school phoned and they were like, "He's gone a funny colour." I was like, "Yeah, he's gonna puke, 100%." It's like, "Do you want me to come and get him?" They're like, "Oh, well, no, he's all right for now. Like, leave him be." I was like, "He's gonna pop. I'm telling you." Like, and sure enough, I get a call like half an hour later, like, "Yeah, could you come and get him?" And he was just like, "Why? Why is my body doing this?" Like, he just terrifying. Like, first time he can remember being sick. He's just like, "My body's never done this before. Like, what the hell?"
And 818 Juliet, taxiing Romeo Alpha 403.
I was like, you Max, that's cool. Remember they phoned me once, like a year or so later, being like, yeah, he's fallen asleep. I was like, right, okay. I was like, do you want me to come and get him? They're like, no, it's alright. Like, okay. So, what are you ringing me for? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, you said he's fallen asleep. Like, they put him in, like, the book corner where they all do their little pile of books, and that's where they go to read quietly. He's basically made a little nest for himself in the book corner, and he's fallen asleep. And I was like, just so you're aware, if he's fallen asleep, guarantee when he wakes up he's going to puke. Like, well, I think he'll be okay, just leave him be. And then sure enough, they were like, just come and get him as normal. So I arrived to come and get him as normal, and it's like, he's outside of a sick bucket. It's like, told you. Right. Hydraulics. Let's get those two off. We'll got the APU bleed on. Whoopsie. Oh my god, what's just happened? Have I just lost power to everything? No. It appears that we're still alright. EFB. Ground services. Let's get rid of you. Continue pushback. Nose left, tail right. Nonce traffic, Ryanair 232. Pushing back from stand 2. And we will be facing west on Romeo Delta.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Yeah, I'm taking 03. Yeah, Joe, it's interesting. Full disclosure, I've got the stuff here to review, but I'm having a bit of trouble with it, so I haven't managed to get a review out yet.
Since traffic render, lane 6 echo will land up and take off from 02. Nonce traffic.
Which is a bit of a shame. It'd been nice to have got a review out. Why am I facing the... Have I told it to go the wrong way? Or was it going to spin me? Is it doing? Alright. I guess we'll go here then.
Set parking brakes.
Brilliant.
Unlocking gear.
Nonce traffic, Ryanair 232, be advised I've been beached by GSX. Apologies. Stunning. Right, let's get an engine started. At the very least. Right, it is motoring.
Tow truck
Very
disconnected.
best,
Bypass
Max, the
pin
very
removed.
best.
Left is clear.
Finest
right is
quality
clear.
pushbacks. I definitely said, didn't I? Nose left, tail right. It just pushed me right back. Maybe I need a GSX profile. I don't know. Yo! How you doing, Lando? Ooh, new sky started. Well done, Joseph. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can, how you doing? We've been beached by GSX. I asked it to do nose left, tail right, and it's put me here. So we'll probably have to go up there and do a UE. But that's okay. Right, engine 2 into ground.
And 818 Juliet, landing on 103 on traffic.
It is Thursday, but then I do feel like recently every day there's something. I just need to fly the Phoenix and nothing else. Stop mucking around with all these different planes, getting into these debates about, oh, should I get this? Should I just get the Phoenix. Done. Mind you, something will still go wrong, won't it? Something will still go wrong. Guarantee it. Come on. Just waiting for that motoring to disappear. There he goes. Fuel.
Commence traffic, Ryanair 96 Echo, airborne, will climb via Balney for November to flight level 050.
One more time for the people. There we go. Am I in Beta Sim Update 6? No. No, I tried it obviously to make my FSR video. However, I ran back to the safety of this. Although Chase Plane apparently has had an update now, so it now works, which is nice. Take the power from the engines.
Traffic, 96 Echo climbing.
Do AP bleed off. Hacks to auto. APU off. Didn't have my anti-collision light on. Of course I didn't. That's going to ding us, isn't it?
818 Juliet, lock traffic, taking off runway 03.
Struggling here. Lots of traffic, Ryanair 232 taxiing to runway 03 via Romeo Delta, Romeo Charlie and Romeo 2, Romeo 1 holding point Alpha. Alright, I'm just going to put in 280 for my departure. Because we're on Unicom and there's nothing on the charts that says otherwise. And a heading of 028. Put in our speed. 151. We'll turn on our flight directors. It's all ready to roll as well. Engines into continuous, so we don't forget that. Good, let's go to Stansted. What time are we at? Literally 12 o'clock, so we're not... My prediction of midday wasn't actually too far off. I thought perhaps I was... Hi, Beluga. That is where it used to park as well.
41 pushing back, facing west on Victor, November, non-traffic.
That's where I used to see it on flight radar appear when I was sat by the pool waiting for the Beluga to go. Okay, right is clear, left is clear. Look at that beluga, isn't she beautiful? Oh. All this looking out the window, you end up on the grass nearly. Are any of you guys on Sim Update 6 then? I really haven't tried it yet, other than to make the video. Didn't feel like it was quite ready. UQH1014. I kept getting these big hitches, like immersion breaking hitches. Not good. But that could have been chase plane, maybe, being weird. Oh, Max, you're kidding. Max, is it you that was having trouble with RAM? Is it someone else? Everyone's got very similar usernames, like with Aviator and Aviation, and generally with a picture of a plane as the icon. It's like, ah, we get so confused. And then you have to remember which one correlates to which other real human name. No, it wasn't you, okay, it's someone else then. Yeah, honestly, it'd make my life so much easier if everyone just used their actual names as their YouTube names, and I'd be able to know who you all are. I've got like a little internal database in my head of like, this name equals this person's name, so I can actually say like, hi, whatever your name is, like if I actually know, but... It's hard work being a YouTuber, I tell you. Who was it who had the RAM problem? Yeah, I updated GSX this morning. There's also new AirAx out as well this morning, which I got, which is cool. Hey, we're here. Anything around? Let's have a look. There's me. And I can't see nothing. So, on that basis, nonce traffic Ryanair 232, lining up, taking off, runway 03, bounding for November. Nonce.
Nonce traffic Ryanair 841, taxiing Holly Point Alpha, runway 03 via Romeo Charlie and Romeo Nonce.
What am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I think I'm probably alright. Strobes? I think strobes were done, weren't they? Yeah, strobes are on strobes and steady. Anti-collision light is on. Auto brake, RTO, that's what it is. It's because it's down here. I'm used to looking for it up here, and because it's not there, I don't notice it. Transponder should be on Tara, I believe. Just gonna have a quick look. Okay. Yes, it is.
Approaching 03.
Seems like an awful tight little kink that it wants us to do. Look at that ND, look. No way we're doing that. We'll do something that gets us to up here in like an S pattern, but no way am I doing that. Not a chance.
On runway 03.
Ready? Come on then. Let's rock and roll. Proper little lump in the runway here, isn't there? 8 knots.
V1.
2. Positive climb. Gear up. Let's turn out. Whoa, what's down there? Standard pressure. Get ourselves on that track.
Ryanair 841 lining up from 02 for half and on to traffic.
How's it going, Pope? There's nonce. Trying to remember where that elephant thing was that we went on. Might have been down there. You've got this like elephant that sort of wanders about. They're sort of famous for it. iFly did a good job on the sounds. Yeah, Boris did them, didn't he? Can't go wrong with a Boris sound, can you? Right, 10,000 feet, so we'll go... Good. And everything else over here is fine, isn't it? We've got strobe and steady, logo on, anti-collision on. I'm not touching any of that.
North Straight Ryanair 841 taking from Razor 03. Bound for November departure and on.
What time are we due into Thingy Bob? Stansted at... It doesn't know. Why doesn't it know? It's a bit weird. Do we have any ATC yet? Hey, we got ground on at Stanny! Yay! Okay, so what's going on? QNH 1018. Runway in use 22. That's good because we're expecting 22. Does that mean we're likely to get any ATC as well? Like London Control? It's possible London Control might pop on. You never know. You never know. Lando and Raphael, how you doing? We're cooking. I'm thinking about changing this. I don't like the yoke being where it is. I feel like the yoke has gone too low now. I'm hanging it from the bottom of the desk. Which means this 3D printed thing might have all been for nothing. Oh no. But I've got a cunning plan, okay? I do have a cunning plan. Am I getting the wind wing tiller? I can neither confirm nor deny, but I would encourage you to keep an eye on the channel over the coming days. Which is to say... yes. But I've got to build it into the pedestal. Which I have done, partially. But the job ain't done. Oh, the wind control desktop mount's not a viable option. You mean the desktop expansion system that they've come out with? Is that what you're talking about, Bobby? The thing that they showed off at FS Weekend, wasn't it? Yeah. Could well be. Just wait. You'll see. Oops, I know him. Zip. I need to get to the bottom of what's going on with this Moser stuff as well. Don't know what's going on there. It's a really strange issue I'm having with it. Because the hardware looks bloody good, but... why have I stopped climbing? Is there a constraint and I need to push through it with an altitude intervene? Is that what it is? Yeah, tell to 190. Altitude intervene! Oh, David, how terrible. I hope you're working extra hard because you're working from home. Why don't I have any... I don't have any of these in. What's going on here? VNav. Oh, F it. Let's just do a level change. 280. I'm going up to. Oh, Joseph, thank you. I totally forgot that. Thank you. Am I going to buy the wind wing overhead panel for the A320? Well, whenever it arrives, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. That's what I felt really weird about the Wing Flex overhead review, because they sent it to be reviewed, which is really kind of them. Like, appreciate it. But I kind of said to them, like, you sure you want to send it? Because it's a lot of money. It's like $600 retail. I don't know what it costs them to make. Probably nowhere near. But I was like, all my guys can talk about, because this was after FS weekend they got in touch. I was like, all my guys can talk about is this wind control one. So I was like, you sure it might be a bit of a waste? Like, I'm not going to pan it or anything, like your product, because I'm sure it's very nice. But I was like, it feels like all the attention is on wind control right now, and I could put this one out and everyone would just be like, yeah, we don't care, wind control, we're waiting for that. But they sent it anyway, which I thought was quite cool of them. Yeah, it's a weird one. Because a lot of the initial reviews for the wing flex overhead, they sort of came, what was it, like October, November last year? And at that point, we didn't really know what wing control were really up to, did we, with an overhead? We probably presumed, I guess, or knew to a point they were going to do something. But we didn't know they were going to do a one-to-one replica pretty much for $350. And then obviously I come to review the wing flex in a time where we now know that. So I feel like my review is naturally going to have a bit of a different twist on it compared to when the wing flex was brand new and wing control weren't really known what they were up to. Because at this point in the game, are you going to spend $600 on a wing flex when you know a 350 one-to-one from wing control is around the corner? Probably not. But interestingly, quite a few people in the comments were like, yeah, I couldn't wait, I just had to get the wing flex one, I'll sell it and go wing control eventually. But yeah, interesting, I thought. Why don't I have any of this stuff here? I've lost all my times and altitudes. Load. Ah. No. If I do like a direct to. Does anyone know what's going on then? Maybe when I get to cruise. I'm sure I've had this in the PMDG before where I've lost all of my... Yeah, you expect to see some altitudes in... Is that because we've blown past Tel2? Therefore, until we reach our assigned cruise, it's going to be a bit confused. Strange. I don't know if it is or if it isn't. I think perhaps it might be the fact that I've shot past a constraint. So Tel2, which is behind us, it wanted us at flight level 190. Now we're at coming up 270. So perhaps we need to reach 280, which is our cruise, for it to be like, ah, we're at cruise, and then it'll go do-do-do-do-do, and then calculate everything thereafter. It might do that. So we'll see. Keep an eye on it. There we go, coming up on 280 now, so we'll find out soon enough. 30 seconds, less than that. Because there must be a point where it realises that you're at the altitude that you've set your cruise at, therefore it can calculate everything and top of descent and everything thereafter. Wait for it. That is 280. Was it because I've gone into level change? If I go back to VNav now. Then what happens? Okay, so it's accelerating us. Now we're gone back into VNav as opposed to level change. .280, target speed 791. So when it gets there, perhaps. Grumpy's having a laugh. I don't know if Grumpy's still in chat. I think maybe it's got too hot for him. Did I set up my perf in it? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Didn't do reserves in all fairness. Maybe we need to do that. Will I do a shared cockpit? I don't know, maybe. I'm not in any particular hurry to be quite honest. We do FinRes plus alternate, so we'll go for 2, 6, 7, 3. Oh, there you go, it's done it now. Now, was that because I put my FinRes in, or was that because it reached the speed that we needed it to? Do I like Ryanair? Yeah, they're alright. Price is right. Put it that way. New Moser MCD looks great. Yeah, I've got it here for review, but I'm having trouble using it. I couldn't get my reviews out. I've got the FCU, the EFIS, the MCDU, I've got the other stuff. I'm having big problems with it, and I don't know whether it's... I don't know what's happening. It's so weird. No reserves, no calculation. There you go. It's a shame because, like, the hardware looks amazing, but I don't know what it is. I'm like going back and forth with Moser. We're trying to figure it out, but can't for the life of me figure it out. It's a shame because it means I've missed like the day one buzz and probably a lot of the traffic the video would have gotten, but that's, yeah, whatever. We'll live with it. I might pivot and turn it into like a different video. Shep, thank you for subbing. What a hero. Thank you very much indeed. Twitch subs have been dying on the vine lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should be more aggressive in encouraging people to go for it, but I don't know. It's like if people want to, they will, I guess. So I think a lot of it is that the Prime ones, I think they don't auto-renew, so a lot of people sub with Prime, and then you get a load of them, and then if they forget, whatever, or I think that's half of it. Because there's like a certain date where like you can see you get like a big drop-off if like you get a load of Primes on a certain day, then that day, a month later, they all go. Some of them come back. It's weird. It's weird. YouTube is better. Noms is Team YouTube. Anywhere's better than Team TikTok, I can tell you that much. They'd have kicked us out earlier for looking at these 5090s. Look, if I was to do this on TikTok, they'd have got the right ump. You are promoting products are not on TikTok Shop. We therefore have banned you. I don't know, Shep. I don't think there is. I think the idea is with a Prime sub is that you can't. It has to be a conscious choice that you use it because Amazon don't want it to auto-renew. Because obviously Amazon own Twitch, and when you do a Prime sub, like Amazon are literally writing a check to me on your behalf. If you think about it, you're deciding to use your Prime sub with me, which I really appreciate. Thank you again. And as a result, Amazon have to like foot the bill. So you can see why they don't want you to do it once and then it auto renews every month thereafter, even though you've stopped using Twitch or even watching the creator that you've subbed to. So you can kind of see why they do it. I'm amazed they do it at all, to be honest with you. Like, surely there's going to come a day where they just cancel all that. Like, how does a Prime sub work? So if you've got Amazon Prime, Philip, because Amazon own Twitch, you can use if you log into Twitch with your Amazon account and same account, you get one sub, and you can choose which creator you give it to, and you get a free sub to the Twitch, and then Twitch pay the creator on your behalf, albeit not as much as if you'd like paid for it yourself. But hey, I'm not bloody complaining. Like it's great. I love Prime subs, but they don't auto renew for that very reason, because every month Amazon have to write a check, and they don't want you to forget, and then therefore they keep paying even though you've forgotten all about it. Hey James. Of course, yeah. Joseph saying Noms turned up in Twitch on Tuesday and yeah. I imagine everyone's gone now. Bloody hell, Noms. What are you doing? He loves it. Bit of bants. Yeah, Noms, if you could stop ruining my career, that would be brilliant. Honestly. Oh, someone's put the window shades down. Hey, look who it is. Thank you, Philip. Thank you for subbing with Prime. Oh, look out. Everyone's coming over to Twitch now, look. How long have I been flying? Since about 9:30 this morning. Oh, Max. See, Noms, all the best people are going over to Twitch. Right, everyone move over to Twitch and leave Noms on his own in YouTube. Forever alone. No, don't do that. I need YouTube to stay alive. Don't do what I just said. Everyone be nice to Noms. Let's reset the Edinburgh. What do we think it's going to settle on? 3.6? Yeah, called it. Thank you, Max. I appreciate it. Noms says bye, guys. Oh, we have a giggle, don't we? You've got to have a laugh. Your job to remind us to renew. Alright. Maybe I need to be more like hard-nosed and cutthroat about it, but I hate being like, guys, I'm seeing a big drop-off on Twitch. Please renew your subs. But seeing as you've told me to, Philip, I'll do it. James is over in Twitch now as well. Where's the on-screen chat? So, it's powered by a service called Castellabs, and according to their app, it is down for maintenance, therefore, no chat. I apologise. It's free, yeah, so you get one a month, Philip. But obviously you have to actually use it, because obviously if you use it, you're costing Amazon money. So they want to make sure you actually, you know, proactively use it, rather than just like, do it once and then it rolls every month. That's really not what they want at all, as you can imagine. Like, I'm amazed that Amazon haven't just been like, you know what, Twitch, we're not doing this Amazon Prime stuff anymore. Like, sorry. Joseph, I didn't hear that. Yeah, maybe I need to do like a sub goal, like 100 subs and I'll do another leg. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. How much is my setup? I've never dared to add it up, Max, to be honest. Never dared to add it up. so let's not. Anise, thank you for the sub on Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate it. It helps a ton. Setup is just one more component of what you're done. Collie Dog, I don't know whether it was you. It might have been, actually. It was like about a year ago. It was last February. I just bought the Logitech radio panel. And I was sat here being like, I think that's it. I think it's done. Like, what more could I possibly... And then I think someone was like, you've got no idea, have you? I was like, what are we talking about? Like, it's done. And then I think everyone just laughed. I'm not a spy. And I'm certainly not famous, bloody hell. Though we do appear to have a spy in Twitch. Am I saying that right? Anise, is that what it should say? Is that the idea of how that name should be said? Top of drop soon. What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Tel2 190. Then Laurel 7000. Let's do Laurel 7000, and I'm gonna fly the full laps because there's that funny way it takes you into Stansted, where you sort of do a bit of a... It looks a bit like a Mario Kart circuit. Let me show you. Speaking of which, yeah, look. I mean, if that isn't a Mario Kart circuit, I don't know. I don't know what is, to be honest. Especially with the go around as well. You just like loop around and just keep going. I'm not a spy. What type of graphics am I using? It's like a tuned down version of Ultra, really. I've got a video all about it. Launched it just after the sim launched. And I stand by the settings. The frames that you see in that video, though, you're likely to get more now because of the way the sim's been improved. I haven't heard from the garage about my car yet. May or may not be a good sign. I think and they need to order a battery in, so maybe they're waiting on the battery. I told them to put a couple of hours into looking into the hour draw, but I said don't go like mental. Give it a couple of hours, pay you for a couple of hours. If you come up with nothing, don't worry. Yeah, I'm not going to yell at you or anything. I think at that point, what Grumpy said about a car electrician. Source of traffic, Ryanair 232, flight level 280, descending into Stansted, Tel2 1 Lima for an ILS arrival 122. Lisa, how you doing? Thank you for following on Twitch. Hopefully I said that right. We need 8 more followers. What's going on? Oh, is there like a thing? I'll see you over in YouTube then, Jim. Pay a few grand for a car electrician. Nah, they won't cost that much. I mean, I'd be tempted to do it myself, really. Like Grumpy was saying, put a multimeter in series with the battery, wait for the car to go to sleep, see that it's using more than 50 milliamps, which presumably it will do, because there's a power draw, then start pulling fuses and see when it disappears. if you know what I mean. Oh, what's happening here? Twitch says, such strong support. Hype train complete. Level 2 incoming. And we're getting a hype chest, whatever that means, guys. So I look forward to that. Sorry, I should be like bigging this up. Like, yeah, hype chest. Not like, what the hell is a hype chest? You think it's a cable, do you, Noms? I'm almost certain it's the front headlight. Driver side headlight. Because the whole thing started after that was fitted. They fitted that light the next day. Ding. I think I just find it hard to believe that people genuinely get excited over a hype chest. But I mean, yeah, don't let me stop you. I stand to financially gain from it, so yay, hype chests! Come on. Maybe I need to turn into like one of those like really over the top YouTubers. I'll just say the words yo and let's go constantly. That's probably what I'm missing, I think. That's going to be the key to our success, I'm sure of it. Like my kid watches this channel called The Fish Guys. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. They make me laugh. They are so over the top. Like, clearly doing it for the camera. Like, if they're like that when they're at home, I would be a bit worried, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's a nice little channel. It's very interesting to watch. They seem like nice enough guys. But just like, it doesn't matter what happens. They're just like, yo! Immediately. Let's go! Oh my god, yo! It never stops. So maybe that's what I need to do. What do you think? Starting a 4-hour flight, where are you going? Where be you going? Four hours, where could that be? Yeah, so I think for weight reasons, New Zealand to India. How is that 4 hours? That's going to be more than 4 hours. Surely. Or am I massively getting my geography wrong? It's got to be more than 4 hours to India. Right, so a bit of sightseeing for you all. We've got Heathrow. Is that Heathrow directly ahead? Yep, there's Heathrow. And then... stop putting the window shutters down. Bloody passengers. If you look to your right, we should be able to see Crawley International. Just down there. There you go. Should be 11 to 12. I was going to say, yeah, like... That's a 10, 11 hour job, surely, to India from New Zealand. All day long. God, it's really starting to heat up in here now, guys. Like, the aircon is going for it, but it... Well, yeah. You all know what it feels like. Especially at the minute. It's hard work, isn't it? Oh, Philip, Joanna's going to be beside herself. I've got a reheated chicken korma from a jar. So leftovers from the other night. Sorry, Joanna. Thailand to India. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. I can't wait. Sorry, Joanna. In fairness, it's not a bad little curry from a jar, that one. It's curry, it's alright. You know. Not bad. Sorry, not sorry. Could fancy a proper like takeaway or like a restaurant sit down job though, I really could. Right, we're heading to Brookman's Park. We're going to need to slow down soon because we're at 15,000 feet. Oh, there is a decel point. Just before Vaton. So we need to be below 250 knots by Brookman's Park. Is it Brookman's Park or... Oh no, it's Barkway. No, it's not. Brookman's Park, then Barkway. Sorry. Nothing's wrong with curry noms. Some people in chat don't like the fact that I have it from a jar. I think they haven't found the right jar. There's Brookman's Park on the charts. It's a great little curry. What time did I depart from France? If so, what airport? It was Nantes Airport, so it's like North France, Brittany, so it's not far. Not far. And coming up on your left is Hounslow International. It is easy. I get what you're saying, Noms. But depends whether you want making dinner to take 20 minutes or an hour. And for me, I'll definitely take 20 minutes at the moment. Right, we are deselling. There is a plane about 20 miles ahead of us. Okay, going to Amsterdam. Where are you going? Newcastle? You're already lower than me though, so that's going to be okay. Where are you going? You're at 33,000 feet. It's quite busy, isn't it? This little bit of airspace. We need to watch ourselves. 121730. Let's get that in the standby now. 121730. I don't buy Dolmio. I used to, but then I sort of stopped. It's like all you need is some chopped tomatoes, a tin of, some passata, some herbs, a bit of onion. You're basically there, aren't you? So I did stop on the old Dolmio in the end. It didn't really feel worth it. What's my favourite aircraft? Probably the Phoenix. It's so good. God, it's really starting to get hot in here now. You feel it. You feel it coming in, like up here. The heat wave is here. After experiencing both, do I buy the NG or the Max? They're both really good. I don't know what to tell you. Like, do you want the NG or do you want the Max? Really, is the question. Like, there's nothing wrong with this iFly plane that I can really see. There's not like, oh, this isn't quite right. Like with the A340, you can be like, oh, the textures suck. Like, that's the thing you can point at to be like, I don't like it for this reason. There is no paint kit. You could say that's another thing. You say the sounds aren't very good. Those are three things with the A340 you can point at and be like, that isn't good enough. PMDG and iFly and Phoenix, you sort of... There's differences between them, but they're all like fairly up here, you know? They're all good. PMDG, I would say, is a bit too twitchy on the rudder inputs, would be my only complaint of the 7.3. This one is a bit similar, I suppose. Neither of them are as good as the Phoenix on the rudders, I can tell you that much. I don't know what Phoenix did with their rudders, but my God. Spot on. Absolutely spot on. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm flying an inferior aircraft right now to the PMDG. Maybe there's someone out there that knows way more about Boeings than I do that can be like, well, actually, the system depth from the PMDG is better for this exact reason. It's when I see people on Reddit say, oh, PMDG's got better systems. It's like, well, how? Like, you can't just... You've got to give reasons. You've got to say, for example. You have to follow a statement like that with, for example. Because how do I know you know what you're talking about? You just say, no, it's better systems. It's like, do you know that, or do you just feel that way? My Via's Laurel. Equally, if you say the iFly's got better systems, maybe follow that up with the word because. And then give us an example. You can't just say things based on feelings like that, you know. From my point of view, they both feel great to fly. They hand fly very nicely, both of them. Systems depth feels great in both of them. It's like, what? Just pick. Do you want a max or do you want a not max? I suppose. For me, the reason why I like the Phoenix, Adam, is that you've got the graphics, you've got the sounds, you've got the flight model, the rudders feel fantastic, and obviously the system depth is very good. Probably more than I'll ever need. I feel like the system depth in the iFly, the PMDG, and the Phoenix probably exceeds where my knowledge is. So even if they improve it, I'm unlikely to find it. Does that make sense? Whereas if you start flying the default planes, even as a relatively new simmer, you can kind of hit that ceiling quite quickly. If that makes sense. Right, what are we going down to? Is it 4,000? 3,000? 2,500? Let's just keep it rolling. How you doing, Daniel? You alright, mate? We're up at 10,000 feet. So yeah, it's all incredibly subjective, PMDG versus iFly. Like, I'm really struggling to find a thing that I could be like, aha, this is it. This is why PMDG's better. Oh, this is why iFly's better. Like, they both feel very, very, very nice. They feel very nice. I think really what we need to do is just be very, very glad that we've got two good options. Like, how good is that? How good is that? Like, we've got two really solid options. Like, we don't need to fall out about it. We just need to be like, awesome. Like, how cool is that? It just harkens back to the fact it's a very, very good time to be a simmer. Very, very good time to be a simmer. Still don't know what's going on with these weights. I feel like we're going to get dinged again. Where do I see my...
Traffic 96 seconds, short flight on runway 22.
Where do you see how heavy you are? Can I do auto brakes 2 here at Stanley? I probably can, can't I? Yeah, auto brakes 2. Well, it's still saying what it was saying at Nantes, Philip, which is weird. So my zero fuel weight is 64,230. How much fuel have I got left on board? 3.6. A 3.6 plus 64. So I should be right then. Do I prefer the iFly or the P? We were just talking about that, Joe. Just saying it's kind of hard to find a difference, really. Like, yes, it's a different plane. Come on, click. Headwind, crosswind, wind. We don't want that one. Fuel progress. So we're going to have 3.6 tons when we land, and our zero fuel weight, if we go to our perf page. So our gross weight right now is 67.7. Zero fuel weight. Yeah. I think we're going to be inside of where we need to be. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, zero fuel weight, 64.2. Add in the 3.6 we got, which is what it says here. It's like this hasn't refreshed. This is obviously what happened when it loaded. Yeah, landing weight, 67,539. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Cracking. All that's left for me to do is then mess up the landing. Stop putting the visors down. I'm getting fed up with these passengers. It's almost like we've got like a plane full of people like noms. Stop messing around a bit, noms. I think I have noms. Yeah, look. Strobes. They're on strobe and steady. Anti-collision on. I've even put the logo on just to be like double sure. Landing lights are on. It'd be really nice to get a 10. It'll be the first 10 we get in New Sky if I can land this nicely. I'm just struggling a little bit with the landing. Just a wee bit. Hey Mikhail, how you doing? How are you? I'll do a flaps 30 noms. Yeah, so I'm going to go into here actually. And click. And click. So it'll be a 152. Minimums 548. Never set those into nonce, did I? 5, 4.
Surface traffic, Ryanair 841, flightable 70, flying speed 220 knots, inbound. Parkway, Stansted.
It's hot, yeah. It's going to be a killer this week, isn't it?
That's the traffic.
147 with a wind correction of +5 though, Philip, right?
Runway 22.
So 152 when all said and done. Or does that 147 include the 5? $142. Oh no, Philip, I'm doing flaps 30. Sorry. Do the descent forecast. Unable next altitude. What? We'll see about that. Speed brake.
And on A18 Juliet, short final runway 22, start to traffic.
Right, let's go over to local pressure at Stansted. 1018. That's the traffic, Ryanair 232 on the downwind for 22. Come on. Keep that rate of descent up. .5. But in the course of 2222. Lose a bit of that energy, then we can slow down on the final because we're coming in a bit hot, I think. Sorry, Nobs. What was I doing? In VNAV page. Forecast. Descent winds. There we go. My eye's stinging. You're typing all the waypoints manually. Oh my word.
2500.
Why are we dropping to speed 16 something when I've asked it to be at 180? Why are we continuing to drop speed? Come on. What are you playing at? 180 knots. Why won't you go to 180 knots? Okay, now it is. That's weird. So that's the traffic Ryanair 232 about to turn final for runway 22, approximately 10 mile final, Stansted. That was a new one. Right, let's go speed 160 now. Slow ourselves right down. I did update the AirAC. Yes, I did. Go around altitude straight ahead to 3000. Yeah, with the VNAV you'd expect that, but I had speed intervene engaged, which is a bit odd.
And on 818 Juliet, vacated runway 22, start the traffic.
Okay, we are 8 miles. Stansted traffic, Ryanair 232, 8 miles for runway 22. Is ground still on? No. Ah! Right, get down. 152, let's get those flaps. No, Noms, I got some jobs to do after this, I'm afraid, mate. And the heat is probably going to be a killer as well if it carries on. Right, lights are set. 3,000. Gear is down 3 greens. Flaps 30. Speed brakes are armed. I've got Operation Top Secret to do. Why am I grabbing the side stick? I need to grab the yoke.
Traffic Ryanair 58 Quebec Echo, backing onto the blue line, facing Alpha.
Stands to traffic Ryanair 232, 4.5 miles for runway 22. Let's get ourselves over to the right a bit, shall we?
Approaching 2-2.
Approaching 2-2 indeed. Okay, 3 reds on the Pappies aligns with the ILS. This is what I'm saying, 3 reds on the Pappies is almost where you want to be.
200, approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. So now we've got 4 reds, but I'd say that's probably still okay.
100.
100 feet, 50 over the numbers.
50.
There we go.
40. 30. 20, 10, 5.
Okay, we'll let the auto brakes do it. We won't do the reversers. Nice big long runway here. Yeah, baby, that's a 10 all day long. It better be. If I don't get a 10 for that, I'm going to cry. Manual brakes. Let's vacate here. Getting there, aren't we? Getting there. We did go a little bit low, but then we had 50 over the numbers. And I know we had 4 reds, but as we saw, 3 reds meant we were aligned with the ILS. So 4 reds, albeit just. Don't think that's as low as perhaps it made it look. So that's the traffic Ryanair 232 vacated runway 22. Let's get these out of continuous. That. Turn those off. Turn that one off. And we'll find somewhere to taxi. I could, yeah, Max, I could. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go stand. Go stand 1-5. That's the traffic, Ryanair 232 taxiing stand 1-5 via Juliet Alpha. 9.85. What do you think I'm going to get dinged for? Let's clean up these flaps real quick. My shorts! How dare you, Philip? How dare you? I love these shorts. These are good shorts. Oh yeah, the late beacons, of course. I did do my beacons late. Okay, if we accept that, I think we'll be alright. Everything else I think we'll be alright. Turn off the flight directors. APU's fired, that's lovely. To be fair, my shorts have ridden up a bit with my shuffling. There you go. I'll let you see the tops of the fabric now. Again, this all speaks to just the complete lack of respect I think I get from you guys. I don't know.
That's the traffic Ryanair 841 established ILS 22 speed 160 knots until 40 me approximately 10 miles out of Stansted traffic.
Let that Ryanair go first. Thank you, Joanna. Appreciate you. Do 15 right. There's nothing wrong with my knees. These are quality knees. That's alright. If I have to be the person that you project all of your own insecurities onto, that's fine by me.
Runway 22 Stansted.
Round we go. With all due respect, I'm not going to go to a foot to the right, I don't think. Come on. All the zeros, please. Ah, we're so close as well. Never mind. Alright, power from the APU. Engines off. There we go. Let's close that flight. Right, predictions. Is Max about to land? Shall we have a look? Here he comes. Go on, Max. All day long. Who's making that racket? Is that me? Well done, Max. GG's. Yeah, I don't know what that sound is. Alright, so what we see in predictions, 9.5, 9.78, 9.4, 9.59. Alright, well, we'll see.
Runway 22.
In your face. First 10 in the iFly, finally. In your face. In your face. Oh, dearie me. Right, so I'll just wait for you to
58 kilo taking off from runway 22.
I'll just wait for all the apologies to start flooding in now, shall I? Don't worry, I'll wait. That's funny, I'm not seeing many apologies. Probably a new Sky bug, right? That's probably what it is. Oh, Joseph's saying it's rigged. VA owner privilege. A 10 is crazy for 1.3G. It docks you if you go over 1.4. New Sky is broken. Well done, Noms. See, you know, Noms understands. Deary me. Well, thank you all for all the apologies. All very good of you.
Dropping around a 58 kilo, passing 2000 feet, turning left direct, Sierra Whiskey 01.
Anyway.
Sunset traffic, Ryanair 76.
Let's not.
Final 432. 8 miles.
Let's not talk about how brilliant I am at Flight Sim for much longer, because I don't like to brag. But thank you for a lovely morning for flying. I don't have time for. Well, I do have time for another leg, but I do, but I don't. All right, there's I'm working on this project, and I haven't really said much about it yet publicly. But it's very, very close to getting over the line. I need to get it over the line. I really want to get it over the line, and this is my last chance to spend a couple of hours on it, really, until probably Sunday night, because I'm very busy from this evening until Sunday night, really, which sucks a bit. Can't wait for you all to see it.
Passing 5,000 feet, line direct, Sierra Echo 11.
Quiet. Yeah, can't wait to share it all with you. Hopefully you like it. Really hope you like it, because it's something very, very different. It's a whole new channel, whole new thing. Could be really cool. Could be really, really cool. Equally, you might look at it and be like, nah. So we'll see. I'm relying on you guys to be honest with me. So anyway, thank you all very much. Thank you for all the support today, especially on you all jumping into Twitch and doing all the primes. It's very, 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 very good of you all. Thank you all very much indeed. I will speak to you all. Don't know when there's going to be another video out. I'm working on lots of videos right now, and none of them are done, but then one of them might become done quite quickly. Anyway, keep your eyes on the channel. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Have a lovely weekend. I hope you're all okay in the heat. Take it easy. Just go steady, and I'm sure we'll all get through it together. Take it easy, guys. Have a lovely rest of your day and weekend. I will see you soon. See ya!